Puis, ils n'ont pas la possibilité de le garder, donc voilà.
L'homme peut enfin être compte sortie. Tous les 6 mois, les patients passent devant cette commission. Recevoir les patients et étudier leurs dossiers. Ils sont aujourd'hui à s'argumer.
There was some very, very not cool stuff they have done. They deemed that my behavior on that MK Ultra was wrong, for which they knew absolutely nothing about. But the thing about it is that they went ahead and they also did trouble. You know, it was some stuff like this, not good stuff, very bad stuff also involving it. With the idea that they're going to correct my behavior or something like this, and the only thing that...
Pour certains patients de François, c'est le jour du grand oral. Celui qui va peut-être leur permettre de quitter l'unité des malades difficiles.
The only thing that happened was I started to associate him with my with a husband, with the ex-husband of... he never married my sister, but yeah, they used to live together, and he was just a victim of...
Autour de cette table, 3 experts psychiatriques. Ils sont accompagnés.
Very much reminding of that, of this guy. Now I'm going to take like a little second to explain what these people have no idea about. Well, it's like this. My case was all about the torture since day one. That's all it was. And the only thing that happened was, I don't know how much you have seen the video about this Arkan Rajnjatovic marriage when they brought me to Croatia, occupied part of Croatia. And then on his wedding, all this shit, this boom, boom, boom with the guns and stuff like this, and see, they were trying to impress me and all that stuff, but this is the kind of stuff that doesn't impress me. You know, put the Bill Gates on a picture, do the shit like this. Let's say Mark Zuckerberg or somebody, a business person, somebody educated, and let's see what their reaction is going to be to it. This is just, I'm from a different world. We don't do it like this here. We have different merits, we have different normatives, and it's a completely different world. The people I spent around, tortured, did very bad things on me, and they further associated crime against me based on complexion, on the facial features, measuring me, not measuring me, but humiliating my look, the way I look, and this and that. And if you look at the stuff I presented you with, other evidence, it's just one thing led into another. Well, it's not that this will be my motto, that I didn't come to this world to be humiliated. It's something in me that just doesn't allow for me to lose. You get it? So it's like, it's one thing that led into another. And it was always that they retaliated. They retaliated for nothing. Because this is what the principle of this torture was. It was always based on retaliation. You didn't have to do anything, and they retaliated against you. It's enough that they said that they saw you, that you something or read on your face or something, and you didn't even have to say or do something. They already retaliated against you. You get it? So then the time comes when it's you that starts to retaliate. And they don't even have to do shit. You get it? This is the game you're talking about here. And it's one facial feature with another, and you have these people coming with me to France. Imagine how I felt having this Slovenian people, American citizen, not only Slovenian citizen, and using me to penetrate into France and present me over there the way they want and this and that based on the stuff they have done and so on, and actually gain sympathy with some people. And you know what I told you earlier, it's one thing that leads to another, how you connect the facial features of the people. That's basically how it goes. That's how it goes. And I'm going to repeat to you, I was not brought in this world. My legacy in this world was not to participate, to take it. My legacy to this world was to win, to simply win. Not to learn how to be retaliated against for being tortured, but well, when it comes to cases like this, to destroy, literally, to destroy you. If you just happen to find yourself on my way, no regrets whatsoever here. It was nothing but lies, 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 lies. Once you start to take that turn, that directed this highway of something against me, it's just we'll never get to the same you know, this is a point of no return. These people did to me a favor. That's why the only thing I can say is to them is thank you, these French people. There's nothing I can retaliate against them. They had to do their part. At one point, when I would enter this asylums, it was Prince Andrew that he got me, And I didn't know what he got me, and so we came at night. And I already had some black guy jumping in my face in this French asylum, which, by the way, it did look like, especially when you come at night, we came at night, you know, it looked to me like a hostel. And I said to myself, because they did have me in hostels where it would be a tremendous hostility. There's nothing you can do drugged up. And I was like, I didn't even know what the fuck happened. What? I said, this is not good hostel, you know. Already the first day, I didn't even go to sleep yet. And I already am assaulted. The next day, I get up and assaults just lined up against me. It was not only this thing that you see right there, these excerpts that they were video recorded, the excerpts that for which they knew I'm going to recall every one of them. It was other excerpts that they video recorded. What these people have out of sickening issues that they have encountered between me and people inside of those psychiatric hospitals, I do not know. At times it was really dangerous. At times it was really, really insane. At times the problem is under MKUltra that you always overestimate yourself, your abilities. Prince Andrew brought Canadian, some violent thug that strongly reminded me of a son-in-law of, there's a strong possibility, there was at 164 in the Collins with ocean front, I used to work as a valet security officer back in, I don't know what the year was that too, was 98 or something like that. Way back in time. Earlier, maybe 97, I don't know. Maybe even earlier, I don't know right now. Yeah, and it was this French, it was French people that were taking care that from Quebec. And yeah, I can't really record the name of these people right now, the last name. One guy was Loris. This was a big shot. Loris was actually a Quebec guy, French guy who was a developer. Right. In English you would say developer. And then it was this family, this maintenance people, wife and husband team, and then it was a son-in-law and their daughter. MK Ultra went over there too, and I think it was this son-in-law. I'm not going to call the name right now. That they had him fly to France, and this is just French people, very polite. They would not take any harsh steps against me, but it was this guy that Prince Andrew brought, and it was just basically to encourage into violence against me. Like they said that this also is American. He's American, right? In USA, but we cannot do this and we cannot do that. And then that one, he was just a Canadian guy, was just, so what? You don't understand. And he got on me over there for no fucking reason, to demonstrate what he can do on me, drugged up as I am, that I cannot defend myself. Not a good stuff. I do want to thank French people in France for this. I do. I had no idea, and I apologize to this guy. This guy was very much on my side.
Signé par le médecin de l'unité, le docteur Birig. Dans quelques minutes, ils vont recevoir les patients et étudier leur dossier.
C'est sûr. Ben, ça n'a pas été sympa de ma part, quoi. On a giflé, quoi. Voilà. Bien sûr, bien sûr.
La commission vous a vu.
Personnel, c'est important pour eux aussi de garder un contact avec la réalité extérieure.
Fin de la balade et retour à l'unité.
Une crêpe à la rigueur, et encore. Hein.
Une crêpe au Grand Marnier.
Une
crêpe au Grand Marnier.
Aucune chance pour Marcel d'arriver à ses fins. L'alcool est rigoureusement interdit.
How they were doing this stuff. How the hell do I record this stuff? This was not even necessary on occasion. At times I would be with them. At times they would have me next to them. At times they would have me 200 meters away from them, with somebody always with me. At times they would take me do something completely other when these people would walk through the city and so on and so forth. You understand? So it always depended how. This city here, where they walk, I have the whole thing in my head, Stuart. Stores, everything. I would be able probably to identify, God knows how much people and this and that. Would you see me here on the video? Fuck no. They make so sure.
Un système mis en place pour limiter le risque de rechute. Si, ils doivent se soumettre à des règles strictes, sous peine de retourner.
Le lit. Voilà, je vais les mettre là. Lui, c'est pareil. Lui, il n'a pas droit non plus à la plaque. Il n'aura jamais droit à la plaque. C'est avec des cutters, des années.
Oui, faire des choses, quoi.
L'idée que vous dites et tout ce que vous dites, c'est très bien. Je ne peux que y aller.
Et avec ses mauvaises fréquentations. Pour limiter les risques, pas anodin. Pour Stéphane, ancien toxicomane, Ce téléphone pourrait lui permettre de renouer avec ses mauvaises fréquentations. Pour limiter les risques, les...
Okay, this guy was involved since this guy was involved since carry out regular home visits. This guy was involved since. You see this Clio, this car, he always had this car, this white Clio, this old French white Clio. I don't know, 2004 it was when I was driving with him. Let me see if they're gonna...
Les infirmiers effectuent régulièrement des visites à son domicile. Leur priorité, s'assurer que Stéphane ne replonge pas dans la drogue.
Yeah, here to this complex.
S'il y a quelque chose qui va pas, s'il décide...
2004, I remember him. I would go as far as 2003. 2004, 100%. 100%. You see this? Let's go. Let's see what else. This is here his limousine Clio, and he loves this Clio. That's a really nice car actually. I didn't like French cars during MK Ultra for whatever reason. I like it also. The worst you could do to me under MK Ultra is that I liked something and you said that I don't like. As a matter of fact, not that you said that I don't like. The worst thing you could have done under MK Ultra, that was immediate resentment, and never again we would meet at the same level, was that you put the words in my mouth, which happened frequently. People placing words in my mouth. Something that I said that it was not true. Something that I might have done with a head or whatever, and you said that I said that I indicated not, and this and that, while I was drugged up. This is like a war on the instant. It is no interest in me ever again that you would gain for communication of any kind, anything whatsoever. You just did this once. That's all you had to do. That's the worst you could possibly do. Worse than if you would punch me, or if you punch me or whatever. The worst thing you possibly could do. It's exactly this model of the Clio, the last Clio, that I liked. Never mind. Okay.
Lui, dans son ancien hôpital.
Due to interior is why I liked one. Let's see what else can we see here.
Mais avec ce patient imprévisible, François reste toujours sur ses gardes.
Bon, c'est pas... Je veux les jetons que t'allais m'en coller une.
François le...
Francois is doing this. God knows for how long. Francois is doing this shit. The earliest guys, and I don't think that this was one of them, all through the possibility exists, would be to go to 98, which I'm going to present you in the next video. That was actually the guy who came into South Florida Treatment Evaluation Center. South Florida Treatment Evaluation Center was a worse place than this one here. And they prepared people due to crimes they committed to stand the trials. So therefore you had people who claimed or pretended or acted as an insane, have committed terrible crimes, and the system could not sentence them because they didn't stand the trials. So in order to stand the trial, you have to prepare individual to a certain state of mind, so that one would know what exactly his trial on what then a sentencing takes place. And that was a place that there were serial killers and that kind of stuff inside. And interesting enough, if I go to Cadillac facility, let's say this man here, since I mentioned 98, no? Since I mentioned the 98, this is the guy this is the guy who started to work sometimes in '99, 98. 98. Let me demonstrate you. What separates this guy from everything, and it's why I mentioned to you South Florida Treatment Evaluation Center, is that he came eventually to work at South Florida Treatment Evaluation Center for a little bit. To United States of America, to Florida, claiming me that this was a chance for me to have a chance to alert the system, get the proof that he's from France and that he is there to basically to confirm this, so this MK Ultra case could end. That's what makes this guy that you're about to see now next a special guy. So the guy that you have seen right there, the Francois, how far would I go with this guy? I do go with this guy all the way to what I can do is I can go as far as I can't go that far, sorry. I can go to 2004.
Retouché quoi.
With the Francois that you have seen right there, I would go to 2004.
Visite zoologique, quoi,
This guy
évite un peu d'être derrière les portes et de...
extremely interesting guy.
Parce que tout,
This is the guy who started to work at this place sometimes in 98, is now one of the oldest in there. You understand? There were several other guys that commenced at the same time, and this guy was much leaner. He was way skinnier, and but he gained weight pretty quickly. Sometimes by 2003 he did not display me the athletic performance that I wanted to see on him. I wanted to see him build, get athletic, and that kind of stuff. And he was just passive, and he was doing the stuff more than not mentally. Now there is a problem with the Southern Florida Treatment and Evaluation Center. We're gonna go South Florida Treatment and Evaluation Center. This is where I used to work. I used to work inside here. Yes. This is place where in a minute things can turn into a deadly situation. This is a completely different situation. This is the stuff that all the time. This is action all the time, and it's a maximum security, and this is a deadly place. And I used to work, I used to supervise these doors here that you see, count the residents. That's how they address them whenever they went out on the yard, return, the same thing, staff, check their IDs, and then let them through the gates, through the doors. All the doors are electronically controlled. That's a way higher security than that. What you have seen is a very high security, but where I was working at, I had to have all the time finger on the bottom, on the button, and as soon as somebody would signal me or would receive call through the intercom or through the phone, or I would acknowledge something visually, I would just click the button. He immediately would be dispatched. What you see right there, it's the correctional officers, which also I was trying to become, and passed all the exams, and for the police, for correctional officers, nothing. But you know what? They threw me inside when working in this place. They engaged against me in MK Ultra. This psychiatric mental hospital in Miami made me after work also walk in the sleep, and I did found myself way beyond the doors that you see right there, that they separate basically the elevator. You can't even get anywhere without the elevator, and for every elevator there's got to be a surveillance system operator that approves one to you, so that he literally opened the doors for you so you can get in. That was my job, plus some other stuff too. But what I'm trying to say is, what you see inside this residence, this is not a good picture. There's also a staff that works beyond the door that I mentioned to you. You understand? Those people, I don't know, as a matter of fact, exactly what their title is, what the name is exactly. Yeah, it's like nurses. You have nurses, you have physicians, a doctor, psychiatrist, therefore, and you have also below the nurse, the guy that's doing basically the same job as the nurse. Well, not really. Nurses were giving injections and you know, that kind of stuff. But then you have staff members that just are state workers, like I was, that would work alongside these residents. They too were inside of the booths, protected, just like you have seen right there. And under MK Ultra, they couldn't find people like this for that kind of work. So what they did was they got me inside, drugged up with residents. You understand? With this residents, they got me for me to literally interact with the residents. South Florida Treatment and Evaluation Center. That's going to be another scandal now that's going to come out when I say this. Literally evaluated me on how I act around the residents, and foremost around, not so much, they wouldn't have me around the residents so much. They just wanted to get a feel on how I would act around the residents. And it was all concentrated on work, which also went beyond, and they evaluated me also with the correctional officers. Chief Peters of Southern Florida Treatment Evaluation Center was heavily involved in it, and so on and so forth. You understand? Heavy MK Ultra went on also at my work locations. No, I did not accept the job despite a little bit higher pay. I figure out there's people with the AIDS inside, other diseases that can bite you, and these residents used. It could be hepatitis, it could be God knows what you could get from bites. The people got that, workers that worked with residents, and so I figure out that for the difference of the pay, it's not worth the risk. Simply, another thing is, observing these people like this in this kind of element, and myself being in a situation as I was, it would take a little bit too high on myself. I think it would be a little bit too fucking depressive to see possibly even myself. You understand? The United States government aimed in turning me in one of these residents that you see right there, so that I would go and work in that element. It would be extremely unwise move for me. It was the same thing like they insisted that I should go to the US military and this and that. It would be a stupid thing because I probably never ever would return alive. In the US military, there is MK Ultra 2. And the worst that can happen to you is that you just don't return. That's where practically what cannot be done with you. It wasn't myself. It was the US government that screwed up everything big time for me in the US. So this man came and played with me inside the South Florida Treatment Evaluation Center during MK Ultra, and have appeared himself on few occasions, like in real time, and disappear again. And I was told, this is your chance, this is your chance, this is your chance. Fuck that kind of chance, man. What kind of chance? This is world so fucked up that you have no idea. This is a great guy, by the way. This is an awesome guy, this guy. Love this guy.
Tout intervenant extérieur, toute tête nouvelle, c'est pour ça que nous on a demandé avoir une équipe stable. Toute tête nouvelle les déstabilise.
From the team that they were hard, 4 or 5 guys, sometimes in 98, it was only he and another guy that stayed. Everybody else left. Yeah. I should have remembered this guy by here. He's gonna state this here. Who lives in his world, its bubble, its envelope. That's what he stated to me, that I live in my own world, in a bubble, in an envelope. He was trying to, provocate me so that I would do something about this. This guy is, he was trying to do his best. Very, very devoted guy.
Il est beau, Karim.
This is this guy. This is a hairdresser. Always was. Always was this hairdresser. A local guy, a hairdresser. A local hairdresser. Then you have this interesting guy, this fellow.
Lorsque la phrase est posée, on sait nous pertinemment qu'elle a
I think his name is Jean-Pierre or whatever.
valeur de signer à Vancouver une éventuelle crise.
Ça va? Tranquillisant, produit régulateur de
We are
l'humeur.
now in another city. We're not in Montpellier anymore. We are now in Bordeaux. That was in the southern part of France. As a matter of fact, if you're in the southern part of France bordering Mediterranean Sea, this city, Bordeaux, that's on the other side, that will go toward the Atlantic Ocean, but either side you are, you're close to Spain. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to Bordeaux like this. That's a very beautiful city, by the way. This Cadillac, I like it. French did some investments. I think British did some investments. This is so Bilbao, you see. Alright, 200 kilometers. France is so big, yeah, compared to Slovenia. 200 kilometers. That's, you already can fell into Adriatic Sea. Okay, so Montpellier, as you see, is about the same distance from Spain as Bordeaux. However, one is along the what? No. All this that you see here, this is a Mediterranean Sea, but they broke Mediterranean Sea on Tyrrhenian Sea. Okay, that's very nice, very romantic. And then Balearic Sea and Ionic Sea. And this here, you don't even see, it's called B of Biscay, and another one over there is Celtic Sea. Nah, that's not true. This is just a big fucking Atlantic. You see it? That's all there is to it. This guy here, this guy, however, he is no, this is a Francois, but this one here, this is a Jean-Pierre, I think. He is, how for me to say, he is not from here. Yeah, what separates this guy from the people that I have spoken to you about is that this is not a native of Bordeaux. It's it was his girlfriend. He was hired in 2003 with another guy that you're gonna see over there, and but what separates him, his girlfriend, became a wife, by the way. She is from here. Yes, she is from here, but he is not. He came from some northern part of France, I think, somewhere. That's a guy who just had to get in a trouble because he liked me. Whoever liked me, they fucked them. They did to them stuff till they couldn't like me no more. It's a very nice guy. All these guys, I want you to know, I appreciate, I am thankful to you. I did not understood this stuff. This must have been hard on you, this shit. Seeing something like this must have been really, really hard on you. And you know, what else? This is maybe a little bit funny here. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna click it like this, and cool. We're gonna do it like this. So now I'm gonna go like this, and we're gonna go like this, and we're gonna go. Let me see this guy. This very, very suspicious. This guy. All right, this guy was here before I even came to this place. This guy must have been for maybe 100 years or something like that. This is maybe the oldest staff member. Let me see it again. Let me just see that I have the right person. That's a blonde mustaches. To get some action, a little bit of excitement. The guy that is touching Jean-Pierre right there, this is the guy who started at the same time, I think, in 2003 then. This is, however, revealed in the video, the information when he started. The video was recorded in 2008, and they revealed the information that he started here 15 years ago. And I do not want this as a credit. However, for this guy in a green shirt that you see right there, it doesn't say anything for him. And he started about the same time as Jean-Pierre. Yeah. Let me see this guy one more time. I gotta make sure I can't just let's do it again. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. The guy who's gonna he's gonna go and oh, there you go. This guy, this is maybe the longest one I can recall this guy. This room, he always was in this room. This was always his position. Therefore, this guy here, did you see? Yes. This individual here. This man here. This guy here. Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's still working there, but if it's working there. This guy must have been more than 28 years. This guy probably is 40 years, close to 40 years over there. You understand? If he's still working today, this guy was already, okay, this guy probably got job, you know when? In 88, maybe even earlier, at this place. So, what's the situation with these two guys? These two guys, let me see this stuff here. Not these two guys, but this guy. This is also a veteran. This is also a guy that's been there for I don't know how long. Yeah. Let's see what else we can get here. Yeah. If I would go and I would play with this stuff more, but I am not gonna play with this stuff. I'm not gonna waste my time like this. This is also not. And other stuff I already have spoken about. Cadillac. Okay. This girl that you see right there, this one, I don't even get to see her face. Yeah. This is a really fine looking babe, this one here. What is with her? She started sometimes here at this place. Yeah, I don't know. This. As a matter of fact, I gotta be really careful with that stuff. That's the stuff I'm not gonna say. Could be very wrong. Yeah, because people come, people go. So this is a new. But there was a girl that liked me, but then didn't like me, but then didn't want to be anywhere in the picture anymore. Oh, he's got a female workers in there too. So this appears to be a new worker. He's got several female workers, co-workers too. Yeah, the French ladies are really good-looking ladies. There's no doubt about that. I mean, this is let me see this here. This guy, yeah, this guy has been here. Oh. One of the longest people, the guy that you have seen, I think. One of the longest people. One of the longest people. Let's see this stuff. This guy here that you see right there. Awesome. I am thinking about this guy. And I'll go to year 99. And that's exactly what I'm going to say. What can I tell you? This guy that is working with his green papers, this always was one of the nicest people over there. And I already told you about the ladies. I'm not going to repeat that to you. This man is going to get what, electroshocks or what? No, they're taking him out of the room for electroshocks or what? ECT, electroconvulsive treatment. Let's see this here. What else? I don't. You know, everybody. You know, you understand? Everybody's everybody. No, there you have this guy here. This is guy that was before I came even inside this hospital. This is a psychiatrist. What can I say? This is just a very, very nice person. I can't say one bad word about him. A psychiatrist. He looks like a little bit serious and this and that, but the thing about him is that he is just this man would not bend a hair follicle to you. He's just a sweet person. Prince Charles. It's Prince Charles. Yeah, it was Prince Charles. I am just trying to figure out what year was it. You have seen that watch, the wristwatch. I had this interest for watches, for interesting watches. And Prince Charles had the same problem. Prince Charles was very, very whatever I liked, especially it was just of big interest to him. I told you about these ladies. I told you they were here since from forever. All these ladies, all of them, beautiful ladies. I mean, and. They just got older. I told you all about the video about the hospital, about the Cadillac, about this lady, so that I'm not going to go and repeat myself. For me, I didn't even know where the hell I was. Actually, I was very, very detailed about that stuff. I am trying to get to the guy with the watch. This watch. Clock. And they even mentioned clock. Look at that. Prince Charles insisted on me, the watch, the clock. Do you see the clock? The clock, do you like the clock? He was asking me, he was stimulating me to remember the clock. The clock is clock. You can't deny that. The clock gives you now the information, that particular watch, wristwatch, gives an information on how long. Nobody had a watch like this. And that, you must admit, that's a beautiful wristwatch. And that's what I got my eyes on it, and I couldn't take my eyes off the fucking watch, and I was asking Charles to at least get me the fucking watch like this, and I was asking what kind of watch. The watch, the cost for that watch was 150 euros at the time. Yeah. Now the only thing that's left is for me to figure out the year of that watch, because this was filmed in 2018. It could give me right now a good input about how much time this man already is inside in there, you know. All through this guy. Okay, so I'm gonna pause here a little bit. Yay, this goes way back in time, the watch. The watch goes all the way back to 2008. So this guy must have been, this poor guy must have been already then. This was 2018. They recorded 10 years inside. I don't know if it's gonna demonstrate that watch again. Charles was interested in that watch, and so were afterwards other psychiatrists who eventually behaved like royals, basically. The most fucked up thing was that you had the psychiatrist that started to believe that he's a royal, not one but several of them, here in Slovenia. And you're gonna tell me that mental disease is not contagious. Okay, let's see what else. I'm not gonna go and look for that watch. It's just, you're gonna have to do it yourself. The watch, the price was 150, probably euros, maybe even pounds. Wait a minute. Pounds, probably. It was more in euros. Okay. So that was expensive watch, as you have seen, at least for my standard. Okay, what else? What else? What else? What else? This guy here that you have seen here, this guy, this guy. I think this guy is from Bordeaux, something like that. What I can tell you is this is like a newcomer. Not really so. I think since newer guy, since 2008. Let's go 2008. I wouldn't go 2012. 2008. Yeah, this is the guy I'm talking about. Do they say anything about this stuff, about this guy? I don't fucking know. I know that Francois, that was Jean-Pierre, I was really interested in one. Jean-Pierre... oh, this here, this is no, this is something else. This is what is this shit here? This is a room that they lock you inside. It's not only this room, they have other rooms too, that if you cause troubles and that kind of stuff. I was told I wasn't causing any trouble. So this hostels, this was not really a hostel combination with this shit here. There's just one store inside of this city. That's the store they're gonna go to. I did already break down something on this stuff in the video about this Cadillac psychiatric hospital. This beautiful lady here that you see here, this was one of my first loves here at this place, and she's here since 2003, something like that, you know. Classic French love. Yeah, she got older with the time. This was a so freaking beautiful girl, you know. And that's she right there. She's still there. As the time would go by, I would not even recognize people anymore. They changed some hairstyles and this and that. Yeah, let me see her again. If I would want to meet these people again, I would want to meet them inside here. Just like this, just in their work environment, and then we would go out. But I would want to meet them in the workplace, helping them out, something like this, to recall things. It's interesting stuff. They're interesting people. These are good people. That's why I'm saying this. This guy's been here for.
Cette sortie sera suivie de beaucoup d'autres pour le préparer à une sortie définitive.
Si j'avais été en prison, j'aurais peut-être pas été soigné comme on m'a soigné ici.
You see this guy walking here? That goes with the two in the city. That guy already is here. Also, 28 years. I have no fucking idea. Before 98, this also was always here. This guy.
D'être soigné et maintenant le plus gros du travail il est fait. Quoi. Je suis réinsérable. Mon avenir n'est pas foutu. Quoi. Même si je suis suivi par un psychiatre dehors, une fois par mois, tous les 2 mois, je mènerai une vie normale. Quoi. Non, je suis pas foutu pour la société.
Une possible sortie définitive.
J'ai laissé une partie de moi-même dehors.
The only store in a Cadillac. The only poor store that these poor guys would go to. It's a very, very sad life. It looks like exciting and this and that and this and back and forth, but people work very hard inside of this psychiatric institution. Pay is very low. Pay, how much money do these guys make? How much do they make? I told the guy, they asked me, well, how much they make. Yeah, we spoke with this guy here, this one. The year was probably, I'm estimating right now, 2006, something like this. And I'm trying to figure out if this does make sense, you know. And I told him that he definitely makes. There was a, I don't know. I think he told me he made less than 2,000 euros then. So probably to about 1,500, something like that. Okay. Yeah. And that was not got how much for French standards. Because the cost of living is higher than in Slovenia. It was a little bit surprising. Yeah, but then he got more money. I'm trying to understand something here. Really, really strange. He is, I think he was, that's what's really confusing because, well, that's confusing part for me because I had an idea that this guy was inside of the apartment building with his at the time girlfriend, and then there was a house that got also in the picture. Then. So I don't know what happened, how, maybe parents or something like that, I don't know. But the two used to be in an apartment building. You're talking about 2003, 2004, 2005. Something like this it was, and I would have to go see this city. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say here. What else here? Is anybody? This is very sad. No. It's a very, very sad end. Now, what I was gonna finish, for me to finish the sentence, it's not exactly easy for either of the two, not for the residents and not for this. Oh, there you go. That's a guy right there. No, that's a troublemaker. No. Always was a diplomatic like this.
Sur le plaisir immédiat.
Always was diplomatic like this. How long is this guy been there for? Well, sure enough, from 98 for sure. So this is also one of the employees.
Ah, le con. Ah non, mais c'est trop tard, la caille. Tu peux pas.
That maybe joined at the same time to this psychiatric hospital as
Non. Si tu me mouris.
I have earlier down.
Tout intervenant extérieur, toute tête nouvelle, c'est pour ça.
This guy is actually. This is just like a staff member who became like a trainer. Okay, he's the one who is teaching the new staff members on how to perform work. So you want to call this a nurse? Okay, let it be. Or through. I'm not here to say whether he is certified as a nurse. He could be assistant of the nurse, or maybe he's a nurse, whatever the case might be. The other guy that you have seen, I believe, joined at the same time to this hospital with this guy, and he started to guide nurses, introduce nurses, newcomers to work due to instability. Sometimes what I estimate the year was 2006. So therefore it was like a promotion, because people would come and leave, and he was already that long on the job that they gave him a chance in 2006 too, you know. So I think that you understand that what I stated to you are things that without advanced knowledge, without ability to eventually meet and interact with these people, about whom I know way more details, definitely I know that I know more details, I would not have, right? Without meeting these people, I would not have that amount of information. And that's just not really even a job well done, some people are gonna say. Oh, good, Bobby. Alright, thanks for watching this video today. I'm gonna give you a time. How we got to this place, I'm not gonna even go read blog. Sometimes in 96 even, I suspect, Moscow Belgrade wanted to penetrate to France through Slovenian. Started espionage. They wanted to see asylums. They wanted to see what to do with me, how to destroy me. And it was Prince Charles and Andrew that escorted me inside on one occasion, claiming me that was installation done inside, video surveillance, spy system and that kind of stuff for the proofs. And the next thing I'm gonna see is gonna be Slovenian psychiatrists. They're gonna come with the politicians and so on and so forth. You get it? This is how it all started at the Hospital Cadillac. Hospital Cadillac in Bordeaux was the first hospital, French hospital, psychiatric hospital in fact involved. There is a beautiful castle right next to, not too far from there, that repeatedly Prince Charles would visit during his excursions to France, which were more often than you possibly could imagine, all through more toward north, Bretagne, through what is known as probably shouldn't even tell you all this, but okay. They used to travel awfully a lot to the Plymouth this year. It used to be awfully a lot, heavily interesting destination, Guernsey, Jersey. You see this? This was of a great interest, and also Paris, finally. Nothing. Thanks for watching this video. It's 30 minutes after midnight. Today is still the August month, August the 29th of 2022. The last thing for me to state is that this individual completed his school to become a nurse. He graduated to become a nurse as I think high school equivalent, but he did an internship. He graduated I think in 2006, 2007, became employed at this place here. It's a single mom that raised him, and he is from Bordeaux, not from Cadillac, from Bordeaux, so every day he had to travel to this place. He already was present in MK Ultra way earlier. When he attended his school, he would come and meet people. He was on a picture for quite some time already, before 2006, 2007. As a young kid, he was already on a picture. I still remember the day when they congratulated him for completing his education. So I don't have anything else to say about this stuff.